had to?
Well, the thing is, it was something that I remember toggling on myself, but it could be toggled on automatically, but I don't quite remember for sure, bro. I just remember I had to do it not for gaming reasons. I had to do it for Windows 11. They recommended doing that and doing um turning on what the fuck um the fucking shit the one that resizable bar rebar. Sorry, I don't know why it took me a long time to think about that. Rebar, which is a new tech that basically means that the CPU could talk to all 16 gigs, at least for me, of my VRAM memory without having to bypass system memory or bypass my NVMe. And that's how more or less consoles work these days. That's why the PS5 is very fast. It's just that obviously it doesn't have the same CPU or GPU. This is just PC's ways of doing it, and you kind of need it for modern games, for two reasons. Because of loading times, you want a lot of things. There's this thing called texture streaming, which loads everything on the fly. The faster it is, the faster your computer is, obviously the faster it does that. But resizable bar makes it so that the latency is way faster than it ever has been before, and that gives you gaming performance, gaming gains when you're playing. Uh, and what else? And that shit, secure boot, which makes it so that your computer is not compromised towards mostly cheaters and getting hacked. Obviously, not hacked, but like like malware or whatever. It's just a more secure platform on your PC over previous versions. Hell, even Windows, like I said, Windows asked me to do it. And before the insider thing, that's one of the reasons why they even upgraded. They wanted me to have Windows 11 for the longest because my shit was basically ready for you know any new technologies that was coming. And I held off on it for a while until I realized I needed it. But these games, even for me, I got a piece. My PC, we have a 7700X, right? I have a 7950X. I have twice as many cores, and my CPU probably goes just a bit faster. Not that much faster than yours, but just a bit faster. Mind you, if I show you the threads that Battlefield uses, it uses every single core, every single thread in my computer.
Just an
Super
8 core?
multi-thread. Yours is an 8 core, mine is a 16 core.
Oh shit.
Um,
And how much you gotta pay for that? How much you pay for that?
it was when it came out, it was $600.
Damn.
Yeah, but that's only because I had a 16 core Zen 2 at 3950X back in. That's the one that I use on my first PC. The only reason why is because I like the multi-threaded application of it, especially when you're streaming. It makes it so that you have so many cores that you dedicate some cores to gaming, and you dedicate the rest of the cores to background processes and streaming, so that I get no latency penalty. One and two, my stream looks good while running.
So what's up with like the 8 cores and 16 core? What it's supposed to do for on the CPUs?
Well, cores just means that you think of a core of a brain. The more cores you have, the more processing power you can give your computer. Obviously, more cores don't mean that you have better gaming, but at least you'll be able to do more multitasking, like I am. Like I do a lot of multitasking, especially streaming. For streaming applications, that makes sense. You can still do it off 8 cores. It's just I'm not sure how it will affect gaming performance, but it's still possible, obviously. But it's just for multi applications and like I don't know if you're running multiple softwares or whatever. For me, it only makes sense because, like I said, I knew I was gonna be multitasking anyway. So I'm like, fuck it, let me just get 16 cores. And like I could dedicate them. I mean, it's still more than I need. I could have done a 12 core and that still would have been good. But the only reason I wanted this one is because not because of the core count only, but because I had the best boost out of all the chips. This one boosts to 5.7, and because they do that, they leave the high end chips with the higher boost, and it had better V cache, L3 cache, which is 3 levels of cache memory, which is basically like RAM, or like think of it like VRAM, but like on the CPU itself. The faster that VRAM, even though it's small, like megabytes, the faster or the bigger that is, the better the latency between your input and the game itself. A lot of people don't know that either. But me knowing what I know about PCs, I pay attention to that. So that's one of the reasons why my games also run smooth, or very smooth. But there's many chips out there that are really fast. You have some fast Vcache too, but you don't have that much Vcache. I think yours
What's
is like
VCAT?
36. Not Vcache. I'm sorry. L3 cache. It's I told you, memory on chip, memory on the on the CPU itself. There's 3 levels. There's L1, L2, and L3. L3 is the one mainly for gaming, but L1 and L2 do matter as well. Every chip has amount of megabytes of memory on the CPU itself, believe it or not. And that memory is what the CPU needs to talk to your system better. There's a lot of little things for that you'll find out about PCs over the years. But it's changing. Like they use that now they have this thing called Vcache or 3D X3D chips that AMD started coming out. And there's like a 9950 XTD chip, which is a generation newer, and it's specifically for gaming above mine. And that one's even more powerful. But I decided to wait because I'm like, yo, this one that I have is already a beast. I'm not gonna jump another next generation. I did that with the
Right.
graphics cards, but I really don't need to do that with the CPU. So I'm like, let me wait. I'm gonna wait till the next generation. I'm gonna skip 2 generations every time, and then I'm gonna get whatever third generation AMD is gonna come out, obviously, and see how it goes from there. You know what I mean? Because I like to
Yep.
see noticeable improvements, not just uh, little bumps. Even though you know me, bro, I always get the latest and the greatest tech, but I like to know that I'm getting an upgrade. But yeah, these games are demanding, man. Like looking at this game, I could barely run it at 1440p medium to high. And you know how my PC is. It's a beast. Imagine someone with a less powerful system. Like, damn.
They don't even like even load in the game.
Some people can't even load in the game. And no, it looks beautiful. Battlefield looks like think of it like a open world first person shooter that from a AAA title, obviously, but you could play with multiple people. It
Hmm.
looks really
I
good.
mean, like the crazy thing is, poet. Like I knew like before even Battlefield 6 was like introduced, my mind was like I need to upgrade my CPU and my motherboard.
Look, see, these are my first 16 cores, but you see Battlefield is using all of them. All of them. You see it? Teddy?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm watching.
Oh, but you see how all of them are being used? All of them are going.
Yeah.
This is just imagine I'm on the main menu. And yes, I am streaming, but I'm still just the main menu. You see mine yours should be boosting because the base speed is for I guess your since you're almost the same family as my chip. I'm pretty sure I know the speed is more or less the same as 4.5 like mine up to 5 point like I said 5.5 5.7 gigahertz. You know it's boosting if it's above this one, the base speed. 4.5 is always the base speed. Mine's
So like
always
saying it's overclocked.
mine's always boosts above 5 gigahertz. That means it's never on the base speed. Never under 5. If it's sometimes under 5, I'm probably doing nothing. I'm talking about not gaming, nothing on my screen. I'm probably on the desktop, just looking at the fucking splash screen. But it usually never goes on the 5. And this is how you know you have a good like a good cooling system or whatever because it will stay above this. When I'm gaming, I think I'll jump to 5.2, 5.3, and that's it. Out of 32 gigs, obviously I'm using some RAM, almost all of it, but it's 6,000 megahertz, pretty fast, fast ass RAM. And obviously you're reading on my 5080. Um, in Battlefield's using
So from looking at my spec is a Zen 4, um, 5.4 gigahertz max boost, unlocked for overclocking. The
5.4.
new
Oh, I
my
thought it was
C
5.5. Okay, close. Yeah,
said that's overclocked, but the base clock is 4.5.
4.5. Yeah, I figured. See, I know my shits. I know my I know my CPUs.
Bro, that's I'm trying to talk to you, bro. Like, I just need to learn. I need the more I learn, the more I need
And
to
it's
like.
funny because that's a
It's
CPU that
just,
I don't even know that well, and I knew it was
it's just
4.5.
like,
Look how I
it's just
guessed it.
like
See how I
this.
guessed it?
It's just like this. It's like cars, but it's in a fucking little computer.
Yeah, basically, that's what that's.
Yeah.
This is
But
the
the thing
engine,
is like, this is like,
but
it's
it's a
just like
modern
same
engine.
thing. It's more expensive as a car parts. It's just
Yeah.
like you can't really do shit.
Yeah, the only thing is that you would probably, after some time, this is, well, once you got this, honestly, Teddy, take care of that PC. Like, it will age well, well into the future. Well into the future. Like 5 nanometer chips, that's what that CPU is. It's 5 nanometer. It's what they're building phones out of. Like 5 nanometer is the transistor count. It's the I'm sorry, the you could say the technology we're up to in modern day. Now it's probably up to 4 nanometer, maybe 3 nanometer. Apple's on 4 nanometer, maybe three on the phones. Well, but think about it. You have 5 nanometer as a fucking computer. You know what I mean? So you think about how efficient that is. My GPU being, I think yours is a 2060. That one's on 16 nanometer. Nvidia is now down to 4 nanometer. The 3080 was 8 nanometer. The 4080 was 5 nanometer. The new 5080s, I think, is still 4 nanometer, 5 nanometer. So it's not that much of a big difference. Hence, the performance is not that crazy of a big jump. But the smaller the transistor count gets, or the tighter, the more performance you get out of it. But that law is soon coming to a close because technology is getting stagnant with PCs. Um, you know, now it's like it's not about PCs anymore. It's more about like how phones and mobiles are becoming stronger, more powerful, more efficient. PCs, unfortunately, as cool as they are, they're very inefficient, very inefficient. So I don't know. These are nice. Like I said, like I don't mind because I live for this. Like I grew up in PCs and I knew, so I told myself sometime in the future this is the way, this is what I wanted to get, like for myself. So I love it. Like I like my PC. This shit is powerful, more powerful than I ever thought was capable. You know what I mean? But now that I see the power, now that I see how good it is, I'm like, yo, I could see how it could be much better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
It's just
PCs, I
like I
used to think
said.
they run hot. These things, my PC doesn't even run hot. Even when I'm streaming and gaming at 4K, bro, the shit's still cooling.
It's just like I said. Once I
Ah,
let's say get the graphics card, and I'm probably gonna, like I say, switch my power supply up because like I said, I don't know what my power supply is.
yeah, you
Ask
may have
them,
to.
do they test power supply? But they say they do, but I haven't really talked to them to say how my power supply was.
Yeah, you
The
should.
only they had to call me because like, I don't know if I think I did told you they had to call me yesterday saying, hey, the pieces getting all bit together, but your old fan, I mean your CPU fan is not like don't fit no more.
Yeah, yeah, that
So I
makes
don't know
sense
how you
because you
do.
come from a different platform.
Yeah, AM4 to AM5. Yeah.
Yeah,
If I would have known that, then I was like, oh, okay, I would just about a CPU. Man, computers with. Like I said, I'm not stressing about it though.
no, no. Look what I was running for the assault. Dual fucking shotties. That should be a crime, right?
I heard that shotgun is like OP as fuck.
Oh yeah, have you seen me use it? Crazy. I wouldn't say
That's
OP, but
but
definitely,
like they it's like a really consistent one shot.
yeah. The both the M10, the one that used to the M8 that you start off with is a one shot, especially at a distance. But it's just a slight bit slower. Where you have to kind of hide and then shoot back. The M10 is more consistent, but it doesn't have the range, and it's just slightly less powerful, but you can still one shot people. But you seen it, dude. You see that um the video I sent you. Well, I just had like a 6 streak. Most of them were one shots. Hell, even with some guy who shoots you, like I said, so long as you got that one shot. And I thought about it. I'm like, yo, you could even have a higher refresh rate than me. If I could see you at the same time you see me and you shoot me first, if I shoot you at the same time, it doesn't matter what gun you have, you will die.
And that's what's Sandy's right now.
Wait, what?
What's Sandy's right now? Like how much frames you playing right now?
I'm pinned at 144. You can see it at the bottom left. I mean bottom right.
That's like your medium. How many? What your graphic settings is right now?
Wait, what?
Graphic settings. Like medium, high, ultra.
They're medium to high. I'll show you. Texture and texture filtering on high. Medium on the mesh. High on the lighting volumetric, which I could probably put it down, but it looks weird when it's lower. Screen space,
What's that
ambient occlusion.
VRAM? VRAM is separate from your CPU or
Yeah,
your
VRAM
GPU.
is separate. I have 16 gigs of it. The game is using about, it looks like about 6.2, so about half of it. But this is, mind you, the resolution I'm at. My monitor is 4K, but the resolution I'm playing the game at is at 2560 by 1440, which is 1440p. Borderless, um, and VSync off, obviously, because even though this frame rate, I mean, even though this tearing, um, I'd rather have better input, on my screen with my controller or whatever you're using. And I don't use DLSS. Why, you say? Because my graphics card is powerful enough to do this natively, and the TA of the game runs better with the engine. So this is why you see upscaling technique right here. I have it off. Some people play DLSS on. I personally just play with it off. And no, like I said, you need to have a more or less powerful GPU for that, because then you won't be able to run the game native. Oh, oh, there's so many people. Two
Yeah,
people.
mine's a 32 GB VRAM.
What is? Oh, the 4090? I
The
mean
VRAM.
the 5090. You mean?
5090?
What has 32 gigs? What do you know?
VRAM. 32 GB.
32 gigabytes of VRAM? Which card has that? That's only the 5090.
The stick. I think it's the stick. That's a VRAM, right?
Wait, what card are you talking about?
What is your VRAM? Like, what is
Oh,
a VRAM?
My VRAM is 16 gigs.
Like the slot sticks?
The VRAM? What is you talking? You asking what is VRAM?
Like, yeah, what is VRAM? Like, it's like the DDR5 VRAM, or are you talking about something that's completely different?
No, no, you're getting it confused. RAM and there's VRAM. There's video memory and random access memory. RAM is just video. I mean, just it's just random access memory. That's separate from VRAM, which is what your GPU has. DDR5 is RAM. DDR4 is RAM. DDR3 is RAM. VRAM is what's on your GPU.
That's what I was asking. Like, what is VRAM? Is it, I thought you said it
VRAM
was
is video
separate from.
memory. Yeah, it is separate from system memory, but they both work in tandem.
That's what I asked.
Oh, fuck.
That was ray tracing. What the fuck? I didn't know that.
Wait, what? What has ray tracing?
2060 Super apparently.
Yeah, it does, but it's the worst card to use it.
Yeah, he used. I'm not gonna use it, man. I'm not even touching it.
I would still recommend it in certain cases, but I'm not sure how good it is. Only in older games like Metro. You could probably run Metro ray tracing pretty okay, but apart from that, I'm not
Like,
even sure.
look at the description of the
Yeah, but remember, I wish cause I had a 4080, obviously, 40. And the 5080 that I have now is barely any powerful than the 4080. If anything, the 4080 ran cooler. It was a bigger card, but it ran much cooler. It sounds okay. It doesn't really get hot, but oh shit, the performance difference was minor, to say the least. It just sucks that you have to pay so much to get something. I mean, that looks good, but I mean, to play modern games, it's just tough.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta understand, like, just more you realize that your PC is like getting old, so it's time for you to upgrade or time for you to buy new. Like for
Ooh,
me,
landed that shot. Yeah, bitch ass. You better fucking move.
watch out for your left. It's gonna be an RPG on the mountain.
Oh my god. Yeah, I see it. Up, spotter. The jet was shooting me?
Yeah, then that jet was, and that dude with a laser.
Yeah. I like how it's much easier to see whether you're getting pain in it. No, I like how easy it is to see when you're getting pain.
I don't know. I think that's the only way they will nerf this, like the like the paint shit. It's kind of like crazy OP when it comes to like that. It's probably hard to sell in them containers.
Yeah. Well, he left already. He killed one. Man, I got this shit. Imagine, it still looks really good. Like like even the level of detail, the tessellation is super good. If I come close to things. Oh shit. Yeah, we fucked this guy up. Yeah, I got the anti-armor shit.
Breakthrough.
Hmm?
Funny.
Yep, I see you.
That end is a guy there too.
Fuck, I'm slacking.
Watch out behind you, man. You think you're in a bad position?
I put myself in this position for once.
Okay. Just,
I do have field maintenance though. I think he died, but I haven't killed him.
I think you did. I'll back up some more. Get a better position. Like, no, like right there with that tank that with the fire on the top mountain. That's a better position.
Oh my god.
Olivia's
No.
tank there.
Jesus Christ. No fucking way.
Step on the mine, baby. Oh, there's a mine right in front of you, too. Don't back up, man. Man, don't back up for it. Don't back up. Don't back up.
Oh, they said don't back.
Yeah, there's a mine right there. Guy on your left. Behind them buildings. On your right. Right, yeah, right there. There's one's close, too. You see him? Get in. Just go in. Yeah.
It's for a while last.
Yeah, that's a tank. I think it was two tanks. Is that a light tank or a heavy tank?
No, that's a heavy tank. Won't be able to shoot him.
What's on your right?
Oh fuck, why am I single fire? Jesus, I didn't even realize I was single fire. I knew I was gonna die. Like, somewhere close. This is... This is a heavy tank.
Then when you just had everything, right?
I'd rather the heavy just because it's into armor.
Oh my god, fuck. I'm like 27%. I'm probably shitting down like 2 o'clock in the morning.